And we didn't totally record this already, and we're recording again for the YouTube. So, 10.2 tier set bonuses. What is it? What does it do? Which ones are good? Which ones are bad? We're just going to go over them, talk about them. Nothing too crazy here, and this is just kind of going to be my 10.2 release video. So if this video's out, I'm probably streaming on twitch.tv/pearglass. It's in the upper left right here. Go ahead, that's the link. And then it's also going to be in the description. It's also going to be in the comments. It's also in the Discord. It's also in the Twitter. Find those links, please. Anyway, 10.2 is out. Here's tier set bonuses. Blood Decay. Consuming Bone Shield charge has a chance to make your next Heart Strike apply a debuff. Reduces damage dealt to you by 10%. Increases your damage dealt to the target by 20. Really good with the Rune of Sanguination, which is the build that I like running for Blood Death Knight. Pretty much makes your Death Strike deal increased damage based on their missing health. Then 20% damage increase bonus on top of that's going to be really good. 4-set bonus really just extends that debuff on the target by 1 second through your baseline abilities, which are Blood Boil, Heart Strike. Frost Set 2. 2-set bonus. Chill Streak range increased by 4 yards. Really nice, because Chill Streak range is like 9 yards right now, and it's pitiful. Also makes Chill Streak bounce off of you. Really good in 1v1 situations. The main problem with Frost right now is bouncing Chill Streak can be a pain in the ass. Making it bounce off of your character is going to help a lot, especially in 1v1s. Because currently you just have to, like, bring 2 enemies together and then Remorseless Winter them, root them, and then stun them, and then use Chill Streak. But just the first half of the 2-set bonus, that's a really big quality of life improvement for Frost. It's going to make it a lot more viable. Each time Chill Streak bounces off an enemy, your damage is increased by 4% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. So, 20% damage increase baked into whenever you use Chill Streak and it bounces correctly. You're going to see a lot more Frost DKs, I'm guessing, especially in RPGs. 4-set bonus, Chill Streak can bounce an additional 2 times. I'm not going to comment on how these tier set bonuses will interact with talent trees because I haven't looked at the 10.2 talent trees yet. So, whenever 10.2 comes out, and I'm actually looking at the talents, maybe I'll make another version of this video saying like, hey, this will synergize with this talent incredibly strong. Or I'll just make another video whenever I have all the tier pieces, I don't know. We'll see. I really just need to see what the talents are, but Chill Streak can bounce an additional 2 times. Each time it bounces, you have a 40% chance to gain a rune. Reduce Chill Streak cooldown by 5 seconds, or reduce the cooldown of Empower Rune Weapon by 10 seconds. Again, just really good. Chill Streak cooldown reduced. 40% chance to gain a rune. Reduce Chill Streak cooldown, or reduce the rune cooldown of Empower Rune Weapon, which is like a 20% haste buff. Frost is going to be a lot stronger than what it is right now. And that's good, because right now it's like you kind of just play Unholy. 2-set bonus for Unholy. Apocalypse summons an additional Magus of the Dead. I'm pretty sure they are the highest DPS pet aside from your ghoul that you can summon. And it's also really good for PvP because of the slow. Your Magus of the Dead Shadow Bolt now fires a volley of Shadow Bolts up to 4 nearby enemies. It doesn't mention anything about the scaling. I'm guessing it doesn't, like, do reduced damage or anything, and it's just full damage from your Magus of the Dead on everyone. And I think you'll have 2 of the Maguses up. Maybe 3. 2 guaranteed. Maybe 3, but I could be wrong. Because I know I summoned them now. You're going to summon another one at the 2 set. I'm not sure if, aside from that, it's just like RNG if you summon one, or I don't know. 4-set bonus. Each rune you spend increases the duration of your Magus by 5 seconds. Sorry, 0.5 seconds, half a second. And your Magus will now cast Amplify damage, increasing the damage you deal by 5% for 10 seconds. And again, this makes me question, since your pet now buffs you by 5% and you're summoning 2 of them, does that mean that you're going to have 10% increased damage? Or is it just going to be, you know, a 5% damage buff that overlaps and doesn't stack? Doesn't really specify that. You don't really know. Gonna have to wait till tomorrow to find out, or whenever the tier pieces come out. And then each rune you spend increases the duration of your Magus by 0.5 seconds. Extra pets. Extra pet duration. Can't really complain about that. So that's Death Knight. Havoc Demon Hunter, Vengeance Demon Hunter. Each slash of Blade Dance has a 50% chance to throw a glaive at an enemy for 35% damage. Just extra damage baked into your rotation. Especially with the Bloodlit kind of build that everyone goes for Havoc. Throw Glaive reduces the remaining cooldown of the hunt by 0.4 seconds. Baked into the 2 set. That's actually really good. Hunt's damage over time effect lasts 4 seconds longer, which kind of means extra survivability as well, but also just increased damage too. I wish I saw more here. Comparing Havoc to, like, Frost DK, it's like, that's a little underwhelming, but it is what it is. It's just gonna be a lot of throw glaives around.
Years I've been on this fucking planet.
Yo.
Fuck.
Sugar Daddy Craig.
Fuck.
Craig, I'll be streaming all day.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Thanks, Pa. I appreciate the 100 bones. Craig, thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For that donation, I will be streaming all day tomorrow, so I'm just... Yeah, I'll be streaming all day tomorrow. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for feeding my fatty black puss. Got to make me shed a tear. Hope to see you tomorrow on the stream, Craig. I'm gonna finish... I'm kind of making a YouTube video right now, but I'll just edit this section out. But we're going over the tier pieces for every class and just talking about what... if they're gonna be good, if they're gonna be bad, that type of thing. But once again, Craig, thank you as always, man. I hope you're doing well. Go the love, chat. Visual Flames periodic damage has a chance to flare up, shattering an additional soul fragment from a target and dealing additional damage. Each 40 fury you spend reduces its cooldown by 1 second. I feel like Vengeance just has been dog garbage for PvP, and like it's been so bad since they nerfed the Metamorphosis like movement speed thing, so I don't know, you're using Sigil of Flame a lot, so it's just like, extra damage baked into it, but when you attack a target afflicted by Sigil of Flame, your damage and healing is increased by 2%, your max health is increased by 2%, stacks up to 5 times. 10% damage increase, 10% max health increase, 8-second duration. That's like, Havoc's really underwhelming in my opinion. I think Blizzard is at like a point with Demon Hunter where they're like, we don't want to overtune it, but we don't want it to be garbage. But we also don't want to adjust the playstyle too major, otherwise it's going to be broken. I feel like they're at a very hard place with Demon Hunt, unfortunately. Who's got the best changes? I think Hunter does, but I'll get to it. Balanced Druid, I'm really underwhelmed. 2 set bonus. When Eclipse ends or when you enter combat, enter a dream state, reducing the cast time of your next 2 Starfires or Wrath. Damage increase is really nice, especially because it stacks with other damage increases, so you have a chance to actually get like really hard-hitting Wraths or Starfires, but those abilities aren't really like your primary source of damage, which is why I'm not too excited about the 2-set bonus. But the damage increase is good, the reduced cast time is okay as well, but you really don't want to be casting too much in PvP. Star Surge or Starfall increases your current Eclipse Arcane or Nature damage bonus by additional 3%, up to 15. This is actually pretty good, honestly. 15% damage increase. With how Balanced Druid works, you can always get like 3 Star Surges off whenever you're at full Astral Power, so almost an extra 9% damage increase all the time, up to 15 whenever you're in your Eclipse. That's not bad. I wish it was like something more fun though, like has a chance to call down Full Moon, uses loon, like Fury of a Loon. I don't know. Empowers Starfall somehow. I don't know, dude. I feel like 9% damage bonus and then other damage bonus increase and reduced cast times just like almost as lazy as it gets for set bonuses. Feral Druid. Feral Frenzy grants Smoldering Frenzy, increases all damage you deal by 20% for 8 seconds. Yeah, 20% damage increase, 8 seconds, baked into one of your abilities. Feral Frenzy's cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds. During Smoldering Frenzy, enemies burn for 10% of the damage you deal as fire damage over 10 seconds. So extra dot damage. Reduced cast time on Feral Frenzy. I think this knocks it down to 30 seconds cooldown on one of your strongest dots, which also increases your damage by 20%. I think with Tiger's Fury and Smoldering Frenzy, that's 40% damage increase. Or more. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's at least like 35. So if you use Tiger's Fury and Feral Frenzy at the same time, it's a lot of damage increase. You're going to see a lot more Feral probably next patch as well, especially with how underwhelming the Feral Druid tier bonus is. Guardian Druid set bonus, 20% of all damage and healing, and 100% of the armor you gain during Rage of the Sleeper. Fuel the growth of Dream Thorns, which read you in their protection. After Rage of the Sleeper expires, absorbing 10% of damage dealt to you while the thorns remain. It's a lot of numbers. Let me reread that. 20% of damage and healing and 100% of the armor you gain during Rage of the Sleeper fuel. Okay, so it's gonna grant you like an absorb shield whenever you use Rage of the Sleeper. That's all it's saying. Kind of hard to see how much that'll really grant you. Yeah, I'd have to play Guardian with it to see. That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's a lot of numbers, dude. I don't know about that one. Let's go to Resto Druid. I guess we'll go over the 4 set. Each 40 rage you spend while Rage of the Sleeper is active extends its duration by 1 second, up to 5, so just extra duration on your primary damage decrease. Your Dream Thorns becomes Blazing Thorns, causing damage absorbed to be reflected at the attacker. Kind of boring again. Like, nothing too special, just buffs your survivability and gives you an extra absorb and increases your damage. Kind of boring in my opinion. Resto Druid. You and your Grove Guardians Nourishes can heal 2 additional allies within 40 yards at 40% effectiveness. Grove Guardians, in my opinion, in recent events, are broken, and this will make them more broken. So, probably play Resto Druid. I'm currently having problems even killing Resto Druids right now, so even buffing those Guardians even more is just going to make them immortal. And you can also use those Guardians, from what I've seen, outside of your human form, so you can be in bear form, cast the Grove Guardians, and then, like, if you're getting trained, your Grove Guardians will spawn and just heal your team to probably full health, because they have, like, they spawn with 400k health, which is the same health pool as, like, a character, more or less. So that's a 2-set bonus, just puts your Grove Guardians on the sauce. 4-set bonus, clear casting now causes your regrowth to also cast Nourish onto a nearby injured ally at 200% effectiveness. That's really strong. Incredibly strong, actually. Clear casting now causes your regrowth to cast Nourish onto a nearby injured ally at 200% effectiveness. Conclusion. Balance, Guardian, meh. Feral, Resto, really good. Over to Evoker. Every third prescience lasts 100% longer. I think that 2-set bonus is like as bad as it gets. Prescience, you don't really use too much. It's extra crit chance, but that's literally it. That's all it is. I'm really never pressing it too much as an augmentation Evoker. Casting Prescience enhances your next eruption with a smaller fissures. For each Prescience you have active, each dealing 110% spell power and extending duration of Evan Might by 0.2 seconds. So maybe this is just incentivizing us to use Prescience more, instead of like spamming Azure Spike as much as we do. Next eruption. Extra spell damage. We'll have to see. I feel like Augmentation, or Evoker in general, is just going to be hard to make set bonuses for it, being the new class. While Dragon Raid is active, you gain Emerald Trance every 6 seconds, increases your damage done by 5%, stacks up to 5 times. 25% damage increase is pretty strong. When Dragon Rage ends, Emerald Trance persists for 5 seconds per stack and grants you Essence Burst every 5 seconds, so just increased duration on your damage increase, that's all it's really saying. Preservation Evoker, 2-set bonus. Empower spells cast Living Flame at enemies or allies struck at 40% effectiveness, so a little bit of a echo effect, I guess, if you want to say that. Living Flame has a chance to apply Echo at 100% effectiveness on allies healed or nearby ally who doesn't already have Echo. That'll be interesting. From what I remember and what I play, I don't really use Living Flame too much. But this seems pretty strong. Again, Augmentation seems weaker, Devastation seems strong, Preservation seems strong. On the Beast Mastery Hunter. Bestial Wrath summons a Dire Beast for 15 seconds, baked into your just normal cooldown. Dire Beast now obey your kill command and Beast Cleave. I think there's going to be a lot of Beast Mastery Hunters, and I think this is going to get nerfed within the first 2 weeks if it's not tuned correctly. If it is tuned correctly, it's not going to be a big deal. But I'm going to try this out. I'm probably going to try and get this tier bonus pretty quickly. If the scaling on kill command on your Dire Beast is not great, it's going to be broken. And then if they tune that back, being able to maximize Beast Cleave already got nerfed. That's tough. We'll see. Even just having Beast Cleave on your Dire Beast could be good, but it's always hard to outshine Marksman in Survival, and honestly, I think Survival is going to be the most broken, but we'll get to that. Rapid Fire also launches a volley at the target for 2 seconds. That's pretty underwhelming. Legacy of the Windrunner now gives volley a 15% chance to fire wind arrows at the target, one dealing damage. I don't know. Like, Marksman just seems really bad. Unless they tune Legacy of the Windrunner to be good again, which they could. It was good in Legion. It was actually really, really good, but now, right now it's really bad. The numbers are just not good to back it up. But again, like, when 10.2 drops, the numbers could be tuned to make it good, so... Currently in 10.1.7, this seems like hot garbage. If they tune the damage of Legacy of the Windrunner to be actually redeemable, and or the wind arrow damage to be redeemable, then this could be good. But if it stays the same, probably not. 2-set bonus for survival. Fury of the Eagle increases you and your pet's critical strike chance by 15% and critical strike damage by 15% for 12 seconds. I think Fury of the Eagle's a 45-second cooldown. Track 12 from that, that's like a 33-second downtime of increased crit strike chance by 15 and crit strike damage by 15. That's pretty good. Fury of the Eagle throws a free wildfire bomb at your current target at 100% effectiveness. All baked into one ability, right? Generates one charge of wildfire bomb as well, in that same global as well. It also increases the damage of Wildfire Bomb that deals to the primary target by 40% for 12 seconds. So 40% damage increase on Wildfire Bomb. Free Wildfire Bomb that's thrown when you use Fury of the Eagle. Also generates a charge of Wildfire Bomb. Also increases your crit strike chance by 15%. Also increases your critical strike damage by 15%. All with one push of a button. All in one global. 15% crit chance. 15% crit chance damage. Free wildfire charge, 40% damage on wildfire bomb, and a free bomb thrown at your target. That's the main reason I'm saying survival's probably gonna be good. Like, you compare survival set bonus to like Marksman or Beast Mastery, it's like, man, survival's just so much better. Marksman Hunter's totally different now. Might want to look it up, bruh. 10.2. New tier set bonuses. Yeah. They really changed them. Now, this one's hurting my eyes. If they're not changed on here, I'm just guessing I don't want to search too long to find them. Okay, so they did change it here. Yeah. Increases rapid fire damage and causes rapid fire to launch a volley when empowered by trick shots. Gives a chance when spending focus to reset the cooldown of rapid fire, cause it to fire 100% more shots during its channel. So that's literally double tap coming back. I want to use this website, but the fucking... Dude, it's so bright. Hi, hello. Quickly reviewing these other ones to see if they're different. Doesn't look like it. No. Okay. We'll just use this website now, I suppose. It seems more reliable. I don't like the look of it, but... hurts the eyes. Holy Pally, 2-set bonus. One glimmer of light dissipates or is refreshed. It creates holy reverberation on its target to heal an ally or damage an enemy for over 8 seconds. Multiple holy reverberations may overlap up to 3 times. So it's like Glimmer of Light, pretty much. Daybreak now increases haste by 25% for 6 seconds, and its cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds. I don't really know what this means. I haven't played the new Holy yet, so I'm not going to comment on this, but increasing haste by 25% in almost any class is really good. Ret Pally, 2-set bonus, Expurgation. Lasts an additional 4 seconds, deals 30% increased damage. Casting Judgment or Divine Toll on the target with Expurgation causes a Wrathful Sanction, dealing holy damage to the target, resonating 100% of the holy damage up to 4 nearby enemies. Extra damage to enemies? That's what I'm getting here. Wrathful Sanction grants you Echoes of Wrath, causing your next Templar's Verdict or Divine Storm to deal damage as a second time at 25% effectiveness. This effect does not consume Judgment. I'm pretty sure this is different from here, because it said 50, yeah. So it's already been tuned to half. I wonder if the Death Knight changes got tuned here. Empowered Rune Weapon got changed from 10 to 6. That looks like it. Yeah. That seems like the only change there. Pretty much Ret Pally, you're going to be doing a lot more AoE damage. Just baked into your normal rotation. That's all. Like, you don't have to think hard, you don't have to change your talents. Just, hey, you're going to do extra damage. Just know that. Ret Pally. Judgment grants a stack of Sanctification, increases your armor by 1%. Upon 10 stacks, your next cast of Consecration is empowered, increases its damage and healing by 200%, its radius by 30%. Sanctions stacks are reset when your empowered Consecration ends. While you're within an empowered Consecration, your abilities have a chance to deal 20% bonus damage or healing as fire. That's not bad. Not amazing. Not bad. Consecration, I feel like the only time you're really using it as protection is when you're going for that damage decrease. The M tier set bonus now only affects one Dire Beast instead of the most recent one. Over Mage. Mac, how's it going, bro? Good to see you back. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for 10.2. Looking good. Gonna go over the tier pieces. 2-set bonus, consuming clear casting increases spell damage by 2% for 20 seconds, stacks up to 10%. 10% spell damage increase. After consuming 3 clear castings, your next arcane missiles deal 75% increased damage, fires at enemies near your target. I'm guessing if you use the 75% damage increased one with clear casting, it's just going to do a lot of cleave. This might make arcane actually good in PvP again. Fire is the one I'm like most kind of scared for. When Pyroblast or Flame Strike critically strike, you gain Searing Rage. Increases your critical strike damage by 4%, stacks 20%. 20% critical strike damage increase. Activating Combustion increases the critical strike damage bonus of Searing Rage by 150% for 12 seconds. So that's 50% critical strike damage increase baked into the tier bonus. And then there's also critical strike damage baked into the normal talents as well. So you're going to have a lot of critical strike damage increases fire. I think Frost is the worst. I'm going to let my cat out, but you guys can read it right now. It's just like, it's making Glacial Spike slightly better. But I feel like Glacial Spike feels awful for PvP anyway, so I don't know. Compared to Fire and Arcane, like, Frost just... Frost is straight up cheeks, bro. Brewmaster I also think is pretty underwhelming, unless they changed it, which it actually looks like they did. No way. Okay, Brewmaster Monk. 2 set bonus. Breath of Fire deals 20% bonus damage as Shadow Flame causes you to heal 50% of your fire damage dealt. This would be good if Breath of Fire wasn't nerfed to do 0 damage. But it does now, so it's not going to do much. Your attacks against targets afflicted by Breath of Fire have a chance to deal 5% extra damage. Whoa. Each Celestial Brew also grants a stagger absorb equal to the amount of Shadow Flame damage you have dealt, causing damage delayed by stagger to instead be prevented. This is like the same thing as Guardian Druid, where it's just like so many numbers, so many words, so many percentages. How will it actually feel? I think it's not going to be much. I think it's kind of going to be weak. Also, there's not many Brewmasters, so I feel like no one's really going to complain about this, because no one plays the spec. With good reason. I think Stagger is kind of just a bad mechanic. I think it's very outdated and kind of needs to be replaced. That's just me. Mistweaver Monk. 2-set bonus, Renewing Mist, and its jumps apply Chi Harmony, increases its target's healing taken from you by 50% for 8 seconds. 50% increased healing taken from you. That's quite strong. 15% of all healing you do to targets with Chi Harmony is stored, then dispersed evenly among your allies with Renewing Mist when Chi Harmony fades or is refreshed. Mistweaver seems good. 50% healing. 15% of all healing you do is stored and then split among people with your heal over times. Like, that's Mistweaver looks really good right there. Frank's gonna have a good time with that. Windwalker looks good as well. 2-set bonus, free spinning crane kick, grants blackout reinforcement, increase the damage of your next blackout kick by 150%, melee attacks have a chance to grant blackout reinforcement. This is going to be really good with the leave blackout kick. 4-set bonus, Ebb and Toes empowered blackout kicks reduce the cooldown to Fists of Fury, Rising Sun Kick, Strike of the Windlord, and Whirling Dragon Punch by 3 seconds. Pretty good. Just synergizes well with your normal rotation. We're almost there, chat. We're almost to the end. I need to, like, make a video guide in the comments of this video, like, where your class starts as well. Disc Priest. 2-set bonus. Smite, penance damage increased by 20%. Smite extends the duration of atonement by 2 seconds. Smite has a 100% chance to cast an additional time during Shadow Covenant, dealing shadow damage. Disc 2, I don't know. The disc bonus seems really bad. They are reworking disc in 10.2. So maybe it'll make more sense with the rework. Maybe the rework incentivizes actually doing damage again, because right now doing damage in a non-arena setting as a disc priest is like just a bad idea. The only time you really use any hard cast is using penance to heal someone. You never use it to damage someone, and you never use it really on smite either. So I'm really thinking they're reworking disc to be more damage oriented in 10.2. Otherwise this set bonus is just going to be cheeks and is not relevant at all. And I'm like, if I had the option to just not gain tier bonus as a disc priest in PvP, I probably won't if this bonus stays the same and the spec kind of stays the same. But let's hope it changes, because I like it when disc priest does damage. Holy Priest is kind of where the money maker is for healer priests. 2-set bonus, Holy Word Serenity applies 14 seconds of renew to its target. Holy Word Sanctify applies 5 seconds of renew to its allies it heals. This is your AoE word of healing. This is your single target word of healing. If you don't know, when you're PvPing and the Holy Priest is just standing there and presses one button and his health goes to full health, it's Holy Word Serenity. If you don't play Priest. 4-set bonus, renews healing has a chance to cause your next Holy Word Sanctify or Holy Word Serenity to not consume a charge. When cast, costs 50% less mana, stacks twice. Very good 4-set bonus. My main problem with Holy right now is it feels like it goes a lot. And I'm almost always throwing renews out. So, renew having a chance to reduce the mana cost by 50% and also not consume a charge and also stack twice. That's really good. That is really, really good. Shadow Priest. Apparently they butchered Shadow Priest. So, yeah, take whatever I'm about to read with a grain of salt. Shadow Word Death triggers 2 additional times at 35% effectiveness. Triggers again 1 additional time at 35% effectiveness if Death Speaker is active, or your target is below 20% health. Each time you take damage from Shadow Word Death, gain a stack of Death's Torment, increases the initial damage of your next Shadow Word Pain by 250, your next Shadow Crash by 50, stacks 12 times. I feel like everyone's going to use it on Shadow Crash, at least in PvP. Other than that, I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe there might be a return of Shadow Word Death build. But right now, I'm just like, it's okay, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing like Holy Priest or like Fire Mage or anything like that, or Arcane. Like, it's okay. Again, it's kind of the same thing with Disc Priest where they're reworking Shadow. So, depending on how the rework is, it could be good, could be bad. Initial look, like a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 5. Over to Elemental Shaman. Elemental. 2-set bonus. Primordial Wave casts an Elemental Blast at the target at 70% effectiveness, grants you all 3 Elemental bonus effects for 10 seconds. Really good. That's a really good 2-piece. Primordial Wave, casting Ele Blast at 70% effectiveness. Even at 70% effectiveness, that is still like the same damage as a normal Earth Shock. That's really good. 4-set bonus, Lava Burst burns your targets for 10% additional damage over 4 seconds. After consuming Primordial Wave, your next 3 casts of Lava Burst also hit up to 3 additional targets affected by your Flame Shock for 65% of your normal damage. This is going to synergize really well with how I play Elemental, because I run like an AoE Lava Burst build. So this will just make it even stronger. Maybe I'll just play Elemental so much I'll just try and get this tier set bonus nerfed. I don't know. This will be interesting to play with though. It's going to make the Lava Burst AoE build that I run every time, and I have many videos of, gonna be good. Definitely gonna be good. Let's go to Enhancement. The spec I always want to be good, but is usually never that great. Enhancement Shaman, 2-set bonus. Primordial Wave summons a Lightning Feral Spirit. Increases your nature damage dealt by 20% for 15 seconds. That's not bad. The problem with this, in my opinion, is the only nature damage you really deal is like Elemental Blast, Lightning Bolt. That's kind of it. It's like all you do. If it was just increases damage dealt by 20%, I'd be like, that's way better. But Enhancement, unfortunately, we have fire damage, we have frost damage, we have melee damage, physical damage, and nature damage. Only buffing one of those spell categories is kind of like almost a spit in the face, honestly. 4-set bonus is a little bit better. Summoning a Feral Spirit reduces the cooldown of Primordial Wave by 7 seconds. This is okay. It'll be interesting to see how it synergizes with the Witch Doctor talent tree. It makes me wonder if we'll just have tons of Feral Spirits running around. We'll see. I don't know. Enhance feels like it could be really good or really bad. Restoration 2-set bonus. Chain Heal, Healing Surge, Healing Wave mark their initial target with a Tidal Reservoir, causing them to receive 20% of all Riptide healing you deal for 15 seconds. This is like Glimmer of Light before Restoration Shamans. Last time I played Resto, and whenever I do play Resto, I am just kind of spamming Riptide on everyone. So, going like that fast cast Chain Heal build through the PvP talents, and then just spamming Riptide on a lot of people would be actually pretty good with this 2-set bonus. Riptide's healing is increased by 15%. If Riptide is active on the same target as Tidal Reservoir, its heal over time has a 5% chance to create a new Riptide on a nearby ally. Also pretty good as well. Especially with that Chain Heal PvP talent. Gotta think if you just spam that Chain Heal once, 5 teammates are marked with it. 50% chance. That gives you a 50% chance whenever you're using Riptide on literally anyone in a 10-man BG. That it'll, you know, apply that Tidal Reservoir buff. And maybe there's a chance it'll duplicate Riptide to someone else. I feel like Resto Shamans are going to be pretty strong. I'm going to go over Rogue, but I don't play Rogue anymore. Because there's a small streamer slash YouTuber called Peekaboo who plays Rogue. Go find his channel, he really needs it. He's very small. 2-set bonus. Each 10 energy you spend grants Nature's Blight, granting 1% attack speed, 1% nature damage for 6 seconds. Multiple instances of Nature's Blight may overlap up to 15%. The attack speed's interesting. Every 10 energy too. I think that's 3 Envenoms. And you'll get the full stacks. The nature damage increase is what you're really looking for. 15% damage increase. Pretty good. 4-set bonus. Envenom with Envenom. Active explodes. Dealing nature damage to all enemies within 8 yards. Does reduce damage beyond 8 targets. Envenom with Envenom. Active implodes. Interesting. So March for Death might be the go-to for that 4-set, honestly. Envenom, Marked for Death, Envenom. That'll be interesting. It doesn't say anything about scaling, though, so that's concerning. Outlaw Rogue, Signature Strike is a 15% chance of striking additional time. That's kind of like... in my opinion, that's lazy, but whatever. 4 set bonus. Roll the Bones additionally refreshes a random Roll the Bones combat enhancement buff you currently possess for 40 seconds. That's pretty boring. 2 set bonus. Using Eviscerate, Rupture, or Black Powder has a chance to summon a Shadow Clone to echo your finishing move for 50% additional shadow damage. That's crazy. Using Eviscerate, Rupture, or Black Powder, 50% additional shadow dam. Okay. Shadow Clones deal 10% increased damage with all attacks. Grant you 2 combo points per clone when summoned. That's wild. They removed Marked for Death? No. What? Yeah, Season of Discovery seems really good, Burger. I'm excited. More excited for 10.2 though, because that's tomorrow, man. And or today if you're watching the YouTube video. 2 set bonus. Soul Rot deals 15% increased damage, lasts an additional 4 seconds. Pretty normal. Soul Rot grants 3 Umbra Fire Kindlings, which increase the damage of Malefic Rapture to deal 50% of your next Seed of Corruption. A lot of numbers. Causes it to extends the duration of your damage over time and Haunt by 2 seconds. Increases the damage of Malefic Rupture. Kind of boring. Emo's the one I'm actually excited for. Demon Bolt applies a Doom Brand that explodes after 20 seconds. Deals spell power to nearby enemies. Hand of Gul'dan reduces the duration of Doom Brands by 1 second per Soul Shard. When Doom Brand explodes, you have a chance to summon a Doom Fiend that casts 5 Doom Bolt volleys before departing. Each Doom Bolt volley deals shadow damage to up to 4 enemies. When Doom Brand explodes, you have a chance to summon a Doom Fiend. So they just copy-pasted it twice on accident. Nice. So when you Demon Bolt someone, you're just going to do a lot of damage. That's what that's saying. Destruction. Destruction seems really good, actually. Bolts from Dimensional Rifts now do 25% increase, 25% damage to nearby enemies. Immolate periodic damage has a chance to grant a charge of Dimensional Rift. Dimensional Rift can now summon a powerful Flame Rift, which blasts 20 Searing Bolts that deal damage. Additional fire damage over 10 seconds. So they're just buffing our Rifts. Which means every Demo Warlock is going to go back to Rift's playstyle, which is, I think, what most people run in Arena anyway. Now for Warrior. We're finally at the bottom. Rend damage increased by 30%. Sudden death can be triggered by Rend's bleed damage. This is really good because Thunderclap applies Rend. So you're going to have a lot of Rend damage and a lot of chance to get sudden death. Sudden death also makes your execute powerful, causing a Thunderclap that deals 100% increased damage. The synergy. In addition, the execute target bleeds for 50% of execute's damage over 5 seconds. If this bleed is reapplied, the remaining damage is added to the new bleed. That 4 set bonus is broken. Both of those are broken. Both the arm set bonuses are broken. Okay, let's go on to Fury. Fury is broken. I read it earlier, by the way. I'm just gonna get it out there. Odin's Fury deals 50% increased damage. Cause your next 3 Bloodthirsts to deal 150% additional damage and have 100% increased critical strike chance against its primary target. Bloodthirst crit strikes reduces the cooldown of Odin's Fury by 2.5 seconds. Increased damage. 100% crit chance. Reduced cooldown on crits. I don't think I need to say much else. Prot Warrior I don't care about, but it's the last one, so I'll give it like a pity read. Because Prot's been garbage for a while. Spending Rage is a chance to cause your next Shield Slam to consume your bleeds on a target, instantly dealing 40% of the remaining damage and reducing your damage taken by 10%. The first line of this text is just Skull Splitter. As arms, it does the exact same thing. But that's that. For each bleed effect consumed from a target, your damage taken is reduced by additional 2%. When Shield Slam consumes a bleed, the cooldown of Thunderclap is reset, and the cooldown of Thunderous Roar is reduced by 3 seconds. Thunderous Roar being reduced is actually good. Then, yeah, that's all the tier bonuses, though. Strongest ones, in my opinion, I'll just go through them real quick. Conclusion. Strongest ones, Frost, Unholy. Havoc's gonna be good, but it's incredibly boring. Feral's gonna be probably broken next patch, unless they tune it. Resto's gonna be immortal. Resto Druid's gonna be immortal. Devastation's gonna nuke you if they use Dragon Rage. Beast Mastery could be good. We'll have to see. Marksman's gonna be one-shotting you with essentially double tap rapid fire is what they're gaining back. So if you're clothy, watch out. Survival Hunters are gonna be crazy, especially in the right hands. I think a lot of people are gonna be learning survival in 10.2, so if you're already playing survival, I'd suggest playing it and get the tier set bonus, because it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be Ret Pally. I don't think a patch goes by where Ret Pally's not good. Arcane's looking good, Fire's looking good, Frost is underwhelming. Brewmaster's sad, Windwalker's kind of just like... It's good, but it's literally its normal rotation, just baked into a tier set bonus. Holy's gonna be busted. The healing throughput of Holy's gonna be crazy. If I get my Holy Priest geared, I'm gonna just try to get like a 10v1 while I stand in their graveyard just to see how strong that tier bonus is. Elemental Monk is so... not Elemental Monk. Elemental Shaman. If you're running the AoE Lava Burst build that I run, it's going to be really fun. Enhancement, I wish they'd just rework it, honestly. Sub-Rogue's going to be annoying, and I feel like it's going to be one-shotting people in a stun. Emo's going to see a lot more gameplay, I feel like, because they're also reworking it. And the set bonus looks really strong. I feel like Affliction's going to be the weakest, just looking at the tier set bonus. You never know. It could be really strong still. Destruction I'm looking forward to. I really like the Dimensional Rift playstyle whenever it's a thing. So that's going to be really fun to play along with. And Arms and Fury is going to be broken. I feel like Warrior is going to be the one class at the end of an expansion where it's like... not overpowered, but... like if you get the gear, you get the legendary weapon, you get the tier bonus... you're gonna have a good time. Yeah, that's it.